Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamara Jordan, Tammy Turns Pages, and I'm so glad that you're here and that you decided to turn pages with me today. Today we are doing a fun vlog. We are going to be reading vampire books. So this is going to be a reading vlog. I'm going to be showing you the TBR that I've picked, and I will do that in a second. But I literally just finished filming another vlog that was monsters, and I'm going to be kind of doing this in October because we only have so many days in October. Monster vlog, and then I'm doing a vampire vlog and reading vlog, and then I'm gonna do like a witchy one. I think I already put it out. And then yeah, just different types of genres for October, and I think this is gonna be fun. Let me show you what I have planned for this vlog. I really want to read The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. I know this is mostly about possession, but it does also have vampire or vampiric elements to it. So, and this is one of my most anticipated reads this year. So I am so excited to get to this one. I also really want to read this one. This one's a big boy. This one's like 500 pages. This one is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. This one is Toxic Lesbian Vampires, and I know this one is really beloved as well. It just came out. It's by V.E. Schwab. And this is also one of my most anticipated reads. So I'm excited to read this one as well. But I also really want to read Savage Blooms by S.T. Gibson. This one is another slightly vampiric tale. This is also an arc, and I do want to get this read before the archive date of the arc. Another one I'd like to read, and this is part of the Scared Sexy Kindle Unlimited / Audible, like, you know how they do those like originals or whatever. This one is by Christina Lauren, which is like a dual author team, and it's called Falling. I think it's about vampires also, or there's like a vampiric element to this one as well. And then there's one more from the series. Okay, and then there's one more in this series called Hot for Slayer. This I know for sure is about vampires. And it's by Ali Hazelwood. And I don't know, I just really wanted to read it. It looks fun. It looks silly and, you know, sexy, I guess. But they're all, in this series, they're all like kind of fun little short, like quick little reads. I think each of them is like maybe an hour on Audible or less, and it's part of my Kindle Unlimited. And you know, I like these. They're kind of fun little palette cleansers, so I might read these in between some of the longer books. Camera died, but I wanted to tell you what I'm going to start first, and it is going to be The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. I don't know a lot about this, but I do know it takes place in like the 1500s, and it is about Alba Diaz, and she gets possessed. That's what I know, and I don't want to know much more than that. I do know that people really like this book, so I'm excited to start this. So let's get to it. Also, I don't know if I was able to tell you before, but it is also raining. It's been raining like the last like 4 hours or 3 hours, and it's just been super cozy and super enjoyable. In this book, The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. was able to get to chapter 21, which is page 209. And I just wanted to talk about it really quickly. So this follows our main character, Alba Diaz. She is considered, I guess, not the pretty sister. I guess that's what she refers to herself as. She decides to start a relationship with her best friend, Carlos. He's not really her type, but she doesn't feel like she can do any better. And she knows him because, you know, they've been friends for a long time. Also, her family is very rich, and I think Carlos's family has some money too, so they're a good match, I guess. That's why she decides to try and make this relationship work. She is I think it's like 1760s, and her family and Carlos have to flee to his silver mine because the Spanish flu breaks out, and he feels like the only place that they'll be safe is this place, you know, near the silver mines. And when they get there, she starts experiencing like hallucinations and starts kind of losing touch with reality. But no one else is like experiencing any of that. Her mom is very traditional and very overbearing, and, you know, wants certain things from Alba that she doesn't know if she's able to give. Alba, I mean. Well, that's pretty much where I'm at. They also are, this is two points of view. This is Alba's point of view, but it's also Elias's point of view. Elias is Carlos's cousin. He also happens to be at this house, you know, where the silver mine is. And Alba and him are oddly drawn to each other. Carlos does not, he's unaware, and Elias knows that it's probably not a good idea to, you know, mess with this this betrothal, but the heart wants what it wants. So that's where I'm at. I'm enjoying it so far. It's feeling like a 3 right now, but her books are very slow burn, and they're like horror romance, which is what the last one I read, The Vampires of El Norte, was, and I loved that book. So she takes her time with it. It's very slow. It's like she's just really taking her time building the characters and telling the story and getting you to want and feel for these characters and, you know, want to understand their perspectives and things. And so I know this will swing up. It's just taking a little bit of time, I think. You know, I know we're on the upswing, basically. So I'm excited about this. I'm going to continue reading this later on tonight, but I did want to start reading, and I probably will be able to finish it, Falling by Christina Lauren. This is a very short novella in that scared, sexy, Kindle Unlimited, Amazon original group of books. I think there's like 6 of them. So I'm going to read this now, and then I will come back with my thoughts. Needed some clarity. I'm in too deep now. Can't help but picture fantasies. Just you and me, like it's meant to be. Can't you see, baby? You got me overthinking. When you come closer to my body, a delicate touch of instinct, moving slow but my heart's racing, yeah. Your fingers slide. It is maybe like an hour later, and I wanted to share my thoughts on Falling by Christina Lauren. This book follows 2 main characters, Kat and Briggan. Kat and Briggan meet at a holiday party, a Halloween party actually, and they are shocked because they are immediately drawn to each other. Kat is able to, I guess, see things that other people can't see in Briggan, and Briggan is very aware of it and also very shocked by it. They start a conversation, and they immediately realize that they have a pretty serious connection, and they begin to explore that connection. But I will probably read a couple more of these through this video because I just thought this was a fun, quick, like light read. This isn't vampiric necessarily. This is more like otherworldly, which the same thing with the possession of Alba Diaz. I don't think that's necessarily vampiric, but it definitely has otherworldly vibes and like something controlling, or like a being or a power controlling another power, basically, or another person. So that's kind of why I picked this one. I picked Alba Diaz as well, but it kind of gives a little bit of vampiric energy is kind of what I'm saying. So but I did really like this a lot, and I would recommend you guys picking these ones up if you like a quick little spicy fun treat. These ones are cute.
Lately it's been nothing but a mystery. Curiosity has got me wondering if this'll be alright. I want you in my life for more than a night. You got me overthinking.
It's the next day, and I wanted to just give you a little bit of an update. You will have just seen me starting this book. Well, I'm a little bit further in now, but it's by Kate Robert. It's called Beautiful Nightmare. It is one of the scared sexy books or whatever that are on Amazon right now. This book follows our main character, Gemma. She is like a dream monster, or like a nightmare monster, kind of. She's a demon, and she's not really doing well at her job. She is, I don't want to say just starting, but she's still trying to figure out how to be a nightmare demon, basically. And one night she goes to her new human's house, because they have to like haunt different humans or whatever, just like make them have bad dreams. And instead of having a bad dream, this human, his name is Caleb, has basically like an erotic dream. So yeah, and then they realize he wakes up, and after the dream, well, they both realize that they're both kind of attracted to each other, but they don't know how it's going to work because, you know, he is a human and she is a nightmare demon. Anyway, long story short, we're at the part now where they're trying to figure out how this is going to work, and they're also trying to figure out if it makes sense to feel these things about each other and where they can go from here. Yeah, I will let you know what I think when I'm done with this, probably tomorrow. The reason why I started this is because I am almost done with this book here, The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. I have probably about 50 pages left, so I'm going to take a break on this and then finish it tonight before I go to sleep. It is picking up. It is picking up a lot. I think the last time I checked in, I said it was feeling like a 3. It was just very kind of mid, but she does like to do a really slow burn, a slow build. We are getting more of the romance. We are getting more of that possession. We're kind of like in it now. We're you know, it's taken off, which is what I wanted it to do the last time I talked to you guys. So it's feeling a little bit more than a 3 now, which is great. I'm hoping if it ends the way I want it to end, we can get up to like a 3.5, maybe a 4. So we'll see. I got a package from Amazon, and it had 2 books inside. I also, after work today, quickly went to the library to pick up some holds, so I'll show you those right now. All right, so the first book that I got that I am crazy excited to read is Catabasis or Catabasis. This one is by R.F. Kuang. I know it's dark academia. That's all I need to know. I've read a few of R.F. Kuang's works before and really enjoyed them. I'm excited. Cute little sprayed edges too, which I think is kind of cool. But this has been getting really, really rave reviews. I really need to read this. I don't know if I'm going to do it for a vlog. It's pretty long. I think it's a little bit over 500 pages. 500 pages. It's hard on a vlog because it's just like the same book over and over again. And you know, variety is the spice of life. So yeah, so I got this one, and then I also got, and this one's even longer, but I also got, and this one is probably my most anticipated read this year, besides Hazelthorn, which I have the arc for, and I need to get to that like soon, because I think it comes out in like, I think it comes out November 2nd. This one here, it's Alchemized by Senlin Yu. This is basically a Dramini fanfic retelling. It kind of, everything has changed though, but you guys know what this is. It is alchemized, I'm sorry, no, it is manacled, but manacled was so close to the traditional work, Harry Potter. She did have to change a lot of it, but basically it's manacled repackaged. Anyway, I'm excited. Probably won't read this for a vlog because this one's over 1,000 pages, and I just don't think that would be fun for you to watch. Then I got 3 library books. Let me show you really quickly what they are. The first one is The Lamb by Lucy Rose. The next one is Blood in the Water by Tiffany D. Jackson. And then the last one is called Sweet Heat. Also really quickly, this one is by Balu Babaloa. I don't know, I didn't say that before, but yeah, I'm excited to read all of these. I'm back from work. It is the next day, actually. It's about 4 o'clock now. And I wanted to just give you a little bit of an update on where I was at in Beautiful Nightmare by Katie, Robert. I was able to finish this book. I really enjoyed it. It was very quick, very cute. I think it was like an hour on Audible because it's part of the like you can listen to it and read it for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. It's like an hour maybe. It was quick. Story of Gemma and Caleb and kind of their like little connection. She's a kind of like a demon and he is obviously human. They become interested in each other and are very drawn to each other, but also they help each other in a way, and they realize that they need each other more than they even knew that they could or should. So this was cute. It was fast. It was fun. It was spicy. And I liked it. It was fun. I will be reading one more, the one from Allie Hazelwood. I don't know what the name is. It's called Hot for Slayer. So I will be reading that one too, probably after I read the next book that I'm reading. But I wanted to talk to you about this one as well, The Possession of Alba Diaz. I did finish this, and I will say it finished off strong. Second half, I think I said this before, but the second half and on was great. I would say like the first half was maybe like a 3 because it was like a lot of build up, but the second half was probably like, I don't know, like a 4.5. So I would probably give this a maybe like a 3.75 or 4. The second half was great, so maybe a 4. This just continues on the storyline of Alba Diaz and her kind of love triangle, but also her possession. And it gets very deep into the possession in the second half of the book. And I really, really enjoyed this. I thought this was really, really good. Get through the first maybe 100 pages, 115, 20 pages. It does get good. It gets very deep. It gets better. You need those pages, obviously, to care and learn about the characters. But this was really, really good. So probably a Probably a 4. So last night when I finished, I was able to move on to Bare Bones in the Midnight Soil. Let's just call it Bare Bones. Or yeah, Bob. But I was able to finish, or I was able to start Bare Bones, and I got to page 60, which is chapter 5. There's not enough information yet for me to give any type of update or like check-in, but I will say this does follow 3 main characters. One is in 1532, I think one is in 1827, and then the last one is 2019. And I will say I am connecting most right now with the one in 1532. So I will check back when I have read more and I have more to give. For the rest of the night, I think I'm just gonna, chill. Sorry, I have some candy in my mouth, but I think we're just gonna watch a movie, something like Halloweeny, fall, like spooky. But I did come across on YouTube this little movie quiz trivia thing, and it's the Halloween edition. And I am a Halloween person. I am a scary movie buff, and I also, maybe that's a fun fact, I guess. I do really like doing these little like trivia quizzes, so I think I'm gonna do a couple and just see if I get them right. I think they're just gonna show frames here. I'll put the creator down on the bottom. This is, it's like I think it's the Terrifier. The Terrifier? Terrifier 2. I've never watched that. This one's easy. This one's Insidious. Oh, wow. I don't know this one. Oh my god, why didn't I know that? This is Leatherface, and I just watched Monsters, and it was frightening. Old. That was fun. And I got most of them right, which is kind of a vibe. Since it's me just hanging out with my cats on the couch and just, watching scary movies and doing like, weird, scary quizzes and stuff, I thought I'd also have a hard cider. This is a pumpkin hard cider. It's perfect for this time. It's fall. It is October. So, but this is from Coronado Brewing Co., which is right next to where we live. We're in San Diego, and Coronado's not that far away from us. So Ryan picked this up. He's actually in the bedroom sleeping. That's why I'm kind of being quiet, but he had a really early morning this morning. He went to work super early. Anyway, so I thought I would do a little hard cider. These are really good. I just really like these a lot. Ciders are like my thing, kind of. So, especially pumpkin ones. So I'm gonna do this. I'm also gonna use my, I was influenced. I was very, very influenced. I'm gonna use my Frost Buddy. This isn't like a sponsor or anything like that. This is just me being obsessed with Frost Buddy, but I love this so much. And that big can fit in here, but also like small cans fit in here, bottles fit in here, short cans fit in here, slim cans. It's like those little like round kind of chubby red stripe bottles fit in here. Like a lot fits in these. It's crazy. I'm obsessed with this. I don't know why it took me so long to buy a Frost Buddy. I definitely have been influenced. I've been on TikTok and seen these. I also bought the big one. I think it's called like the Chubby Buddy or something. But it's the big one that people just put their like to-go drinks in. Like they just slip the to-go drinks in from like McDonald's or Starbucks or Dutch Bros or whatever, and they sleep them in the top, and then it stays like the ice stays in, and it stays like frozen like for like 7 hours. It's crazy. But anyways, this keeps my drink super, super cold. I love this. I don't know, has anybody else heard of this or used this before? I'm obsessed. I wanted to share my updates on Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I was able to make it a decent amount into the book, probably about a third of the way. 175, we are now in Alice's chapter. So the way this is broken up is into different chapters, one chapter per character. And then it just alternates. So we have 3 different characters that we're following. Technically 4, but 3 that are our main characters. There's Lottie, she lives in Victorian England. There is Maria, she lives in like 1500s Spain. And then there is Alice, and she lives in 2019, or we meet her in 2019. And then, Charlotte is also called Lottie. And then there's also another character that's introduced to in the book. Most of this book follows right now, what I've been reading, follows Maria and Alice, their storyline mostly. All of these women are struggling. They are all connected in that struggle. That struggle bonds them without them knowing it. A lot of these women, all of these women, I would argue, want freedom. That's what they're looking for. And they are struggling to find it by any means. And they are all, they will do whatever they need to get that freedom. We are also following Sabine. She is another character that is talked about slightly in this book so far. And she is very influential and has a kind of energy that attracts people, whether that be good or bad. And she is also trying to find out where she fits in her, in her world. Hers is a very interesting story, just what I've gotten so far from hers, which is not a lot. I'm understanding her and her struggle and just what she is dealing with, not because I'm personally experiencing it, but because I feel like it's a struggle that many people in that time period, many women, are facing during that time period. This is good. This is very good. I can understand why it's getting the hype. This is so good so far. Could be a 4.5 or 5 star. It's feeling really good. But like I said, I'm just about a third of the way through. I'm going to continue reading this book throughout the day and hopefully can give you another update sometime today. I also did get these. I don't know if these are for kids or not. I don't know, but I got these from Amazon. These are just like little coloring books. It looks like this. This is like the cheapy version of that really nice one. There's like one woman who does like a really, really nice one. This is like the cheapy version. I thought I would maybe do one of these today. Waters from Target. That's one of the hauls. Ryan's gonna haul it for you. We got butternut squash, mac and cheese. We got bananas, tomatoes, asparagus. Wow, clementines. 2 of those. Pretzels, some coffee creamer. More tomatoes. All right, and then we got these which are like little chocolate cups. I thought they were kind of cool. And then one Christmas poppy, and then one fall lollipop. Some like fingerlings.
Perfect bodies in the shallow blue, drifting faster than they should. Golden hour paints a dream like you. Even dreams start fading too. I am leaving, tell me what to do. I can feel us slipping away. Treading water, yeah, what's the use? I just say playing these games. Slow drip soft in the light. Come on, meet me at the poolside. Late July, you're on my mind. We were never meant for this life. It's a wave and we're moving on. Summer's gone before you realize. Moonlight's melting in the water is cold. Some things just fade and we let them go. Perfect bodies in the shallow blue. Didn't think you'd look for me. Would it kill you just to make a move? Nothing good comes for free. I am leaving, tell me what to do. I can feel us slipping away. Shape emotions, say nothing new, but I still break just the same. Slow drip soft in the light. Come on, meet me at the poolside. Late July, you're on my mind. We were never.
But later in the day, I was able to get a little bit further into Barrier Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I got to, oh, and I also edited a video. I got to page 307, which is a Charlotte's chapter, and this is 1827. Yeah, I'm really obsessed with this. I understand why people are really into this. This is really, really good. I'm getting to know so much more about all the other characters, Charlotte, and we're like getting into Charlotte's part now. But Charlotte, we heard a lot about Maria in the beginning of this, and like they are sprinkled throughout the books. Each character is sprinkled throughout the book, but it seems like each character has their own like particular section. So the first part was Maria, and then we heard a lot about Alice and her life, what's happened to her, and how she was affected by some of the other people in this story. I don't want to give too much away. Honestly, I don't really want you guys to know too much about this book. I just want you to read it. But I will give you a little bit. But they are all linked. And there is one particular thing that links them. It's very atmospheric. It is very gothic. I love all of the characters. I do really love one character the most. I just think that Sabine is every single vibe, all the vibes. She's just ruthless. She's just enigmatic and just very like sure of herself. She definitely is toxic and she is chaotic as well. And she seems like she's a survivor. They're all survivors, to be honest. But yeah, I'm loving this. I feel like I'm gonna try and finish a bit more of this tonight and then start reading the rest tomorrow. I did really want to read one more for this vlog. Tomorrow is Sunday. I think I can. It's not going to be Savage, I think it was Savage Blooms by S.T. Gibson. I might read that for another vlog or just on my own. I don't have time to read like 7 books in one vlog, but I think I might still try to read Hot for Slayer by Hazelwood sometime tomorrow as well. It's all right. Please don't judge me. It's all right. I did a whitewash over it, and I really should not have done that, but it's okay. My dad would be like cringing right now, but you know, I'm learning. But yeah. So, and I might show you a picture of what we have for dinner tonight, because we're making, or Ryan's making it. He's making chicken and butternut squash macaroni and cheese that we got from Target, and then also some asparagus. And then we're gonna watch, I think we're gonna continue watching what is that show we're watching? Interview with the Vampire.
Come on, soft, turn the key and cooler on. This a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun someday.
Hey, it's a few days later, and I wanted to just give you a quick little wrap up of how I felt about this book and one other. This one is Bury Our Bones. This one's by V.E. Schwab. I really love this. I love this a lot. It was great. I felt like it was exactly what I needed. It did have so many vibes, gothic vibes. It felt very old world and very like moody and very sexy and just like, I don't know, almost like otherworldly. It was very good. Felt like the writing was peak vibes. You were really in it with every single one of the characters. Initially, like I said, I had a really strong connection with one of the characters. I technically have had a connection with all of them at this point. It's a pretty long book, so you know you're hoping for that, and V.E. Schwab definitely did that for me. But yeah, I felt like all the characters were really fleshed out. They were really well drawn, we'll say, you know, or well written. But I felt like the motivations made sense and were good. They were good, and they were like tricky, and I really loved, there were some twists in here too that I thought were really well done, really well placed as well. And I feel like the ending just wrapped up really nicely. Wrapped up the way I wanted / the way I thought it should. So I was happy with the ending. I think that I would give this a 4.25. This was very good. Not quite 5, but definitely we'll be thinking about these characters. Definitely we'll be thinking about one character in particular that I am fully obsessed with. Yeah, I mean, V.E. Schwab does that. She tends to do that to you. Like with Addie LaRue, her characters stick. They stick in your mind. They stay there for a long time. And I definitely feel like this particular character in this book, all the characters, but that one particular character will stick with me for a while. So yeah, this was very good. I also was able to finish this book, which is Hot for Slayer by Ali Hazelwood. This one follows our two main characters, Laszlo and Ethel. Ethel is a vampire and Laszlo is a slayer. And Laszlo's, somehow his memory gets wiped or is gone somehow. I don't remember reading exactly how, but they are actually arch enemies. They are sworn enemies. They fought each other before. They hate each other, basically. But when his memory gets wiped, he needs help remembering who he is and recalling information that only she has. Think, if you watched True Blood, think Sookie and Eric Northman. And although she's not really a slayer, but he's a vampire and his memory gets wiped, so it's kind of flipped. But and they hate each other too. But anyway, that's what I was thinking when I was reading this. And this is cute. It's short, this one's a little bit longer than the other ones, actually. This one's probably about 3 hours. It is spicy. It's spicy, but I thought the storyline was very good. I liked it. I was interested in reading the whole thing. I wasn't bored. Sometimes you want a little short, quick read to, like, keep you on your toes. But this one was really fun. I would say out of the ones that I read, this one was probably my favorite. It felt very Buffy. It felt very, like I said, True Blood. It felt like all of the teen kind of, new adult movies that I had watched when I was younger. And I liked it. I'm not going to rate it, but I did enjoy it. So I hope you liked that content, that vampiric slash demonic, I guess, spiritual reading vlog. But if you did, please don't hesitate to like, comment, share, subscribe. It does wonders for my channel. And I will see you in the next one.